What is this about? What is happening here? What universe are we in?
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, I'll be reacting to some mysterious TikToks that left me in complete shock. If y'all are new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it, y'all.
Hypothetically, if an asteroid did hit, most of the Earth is water. What sort of impact would it really have?
So this asteroid, we think it's maybe 50 meters across. So that could take out a small town. Okay. And in a big city, it would destroy a central part of the city. There'd be many injuries in the perimeter. If it hits the ground, it would leave a crater nearly a mile across. Wow. So this is serious damage, but most of Earth is water, and most of what is not water is uninhabited. So unlike in Armageddon, where bits and pieces of that asteroid, they seem to have GPS aim. Like one of them decapitated the Chrysler building. Right. It was like, you know, how much of Earth's surface is occupied by the Chrysler building, right? Or even by Manhattan. If you go to a globe, you can barely find Manhattan. Yet all those asteroids were hitting our important monuments.
Cities, yeah. So what about
that's Hollywood for you? Yeah.
The DART system that was used recently to move an asteroid off of its trajectory? How does that work?
Yeah, so this was the double asteroid redirect test, a mission flown by NASA. There was an asteroid pair that orbited each other, which means you had very good data on if you were successfully to nudge it, can you then measure how much it nudged? It was successful, it got nudged, it was like, yes, put tick in that box so that we know how to nudge an asteroid. Now if there's one with our name on it that could put our lives at risk, we'd like to know that we're in a position to do something about it.
I don't get it. If they have tech that can successfully knock an asteroid off its current trajectory, I don't see what the big problem is, y'all.
Hey, so what the f do you mean Microsoft created a new form of matter? Uh-oh. Sorry. I thought it was liquid gas and whatever the f solid. But they just made a new one. Sorry. You can't just say something like that and then not further elaborate, right? Because I haven't gotten past understanding what Bluetooth is, right? And you're telling me that we're creating new forms of matter. Oh, I'm sorry, are we Tony Stark? You, sir, have created a new element. Yeah, that's in a f***ing Avengers movie, bitch. Okay? I don't like opening my phone, seeing that Billy G is out here making new forms of matter. Oh, we're calling it the Major 101. Go f*** yourself. What are you talking about? We used to just make laptops, huh? We remember when wireless headphones came out and we were all like, oh, okay, where are we not doing anything? And now we're making quantum computer chips. Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm a regular guy. That means diddly squat to me, right? You're just saying big words that scare the shit out of me. It said it was more powerful than all the computers in the world combined. What does that mean? How powerful do you need it to be? Why can't we all just play Tetris?
Yeah, so Microsoft creates a new matter and names it Majorna 1. Meanwhile, my Xbox still struggles to load the home screen. Priorities, I guess, guys.
Have you heard the conspiracy theory around the Mandela effect?
About erasing history?
Yes. This woman gave the example of the Fruit of the Loom logo. She said the Fruit of the Loom logo used to have a cornucopia in it. So, you know, like the basket with all the fruit spilling out. Fruit of the Loom was like, we've never ever had that. And they went so far as to create an illustration of their logo all throughout the years, none of them showing the cornucopia.
That's impossible.
This chick went so crazy about it. Like, she was talking to her therapist, and her therapist is like, chill out about Fruit of the Loom. You're obviously so manic. She was like, I'm not kidding. It has a cornucopia in it, and I'm gonna die on this hill. She went through her whole closet and like friends' closets and stuff, and she finally found a t-shirt that had the Fruit of the Loom logo with a cornucopia.
No way!
And she went as far as to go look at the old like trademarks and stuff and found an illustration of the cornucopia.
Dude, what is up with that? Why are they gaslighting us?
The theory is it's a giant experiment, worldwide experiment, to see how easy it is to erase history.
I mean, that's 100% probably a real thing.
Yeah.
And they just had certain brands that opt up for it or something, or if they're like, you know, man.
So be stubborn.
For real.
Yeah.
It's Bernstein Bears.
If they can erase a cornucopia this easily, I wonder what else they wiped. I'm sorry guys, this is feeling a lot less of a Mandela effect and more like a history patch update.
So we've already talked about this $23 million animatronic of the Na'vi shaman that is at the Animal Kingdom in Disney World, right? But I had somebody send me a video of it when it broke, and it is the most disturbing thing I think I've ever seen when it comes to animatronics. I'm gonna show you the video later in this video. And like the video shows it, and it's just like it breaks and then it just like goes down. Like it's dancing and it's having a good time, and then its arm breaks and you can actually hear it snap, and then it just goes down. And if this video is yours, I can't find the person who originally made the video, so please let me know so that I can give you credit, because hello. Also for free. And look how big its hand is in comparison to a human hand. That is so gross. Sometimes the shaman will break, and apparently it breaks a lot, and sometimes they'll just put up a screen instead of the actual animatronic because it's so broken it can't move. And of course, this is what it looks like under its face skin, in case you needed even more nightmares. Now watch this video and listen very carefully for a crack, and then it just goes still. It is so creepy. It's like it can almost feel its arm breaking. It is so disturbing. Watch this.
$23 million animatronic exhibit fails in person. I guess that's one way to make your investment truly unforgettable.
Wait, you're telling me there are fake towns in the middle of the Atlantic?
Yeah, listen to this. There's an island called Halcyon Ridge, completely hidden from the outside world, controlled by a private organization called Vanguard Initiative. Decades ago, they bought the island and turned it into one massive twisted experiment. They built towns straight out of a 1950s postcard, perfect houses, white picket fences, happy neighbors, but it's all a lie.
The people living there?
They were either orphans raised in total isolation or, get this, grown from embryos in secret labs. From birth, they were brainwashed to believe that a global disaster wiped out the rest of the world. As far as they know, Halcyon Ridge is the only safe place left on Earth. If someone starts asking too many questions, Vanguard Initiative steps in fast, either reprogramming them or making them disappear altogether. And just so we're clear, this is all for entertainment purposes, right?
It kind of feels like an evil Truman Show, except something's giving me the feeling Jim Carrey is not gonna pop out and wish everyone a good morning here.
Good morning!
Morning! Good morning!
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Check this out. This company built an AI headset that lets you control your dreams. Imagine Inception, but in real life whenever you want. And they do this by activating lucid dreams. It's insane. In normal dreams, this part of your brain is turned off. It's called the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. And that's where all your decision making happens. That's why in normal dreams, weird things happen to you that you just can't control because your control center is off. But in lucid dreams, things are completely different. In lucid dreams, you can control your behavior. You can think, act, build, invent, all in a world where there are no risks. Some of the best inventions in human history came from lucid dreams. Tesla, Einstein, even the idea for the periodic table came when the inventor was asleep. It's pretty powerful. Now this company, Prophetic, created a way to turn on lucid dreaming whenever you want. It's called the Halo, and it fires low intensity ultrasonic energy to activate that part of the brain, essentially waking you up while you're sleeping. Imagine being able to focus during a nap or trying to experiment with a dangerous solution in a world with no danger. Now these headsets are going to be available at the end of this year, and it will be wild to see how well they work.
Just what we needed, guys. Ads while we sleep. I don't think it's going to be too much longer before they start pushing a separate subscription service offering the ultimate dream experience.
They've kept this hidden from you. The Great Wall of China isn't just a wall, it's a warning. Think about it. 13,171 miles long. Let me put that in perspective. Crossing the U.S. coast to coast is about 3,000 miles. Now multiply that by 4, and then add 1,000 miles. That's how massive this wall is. Now the question is, who builds something that massive for centuries just to keep a few nomads out? Here is where things get strange. They started building it in 220 BC, over 2,000 years ago. Back then, resources were scarce. Manpower was everything. So ask yourself, what could have scared them so badly they spent more than 1,000 years constructing this monster of a wall? But here's the twist. Take a closer look. The steep side of the wall, the side designed to stop invaders, it's facing China. Yeah, The defenses weren't built to keep people out. They were built to keep something in. And that brings us to the theory of the Tartarian Empire. They say Tartaria built the wall, not the Chinese. And the purpose wasn't to protect, it was to contain, to lock away something so dangerous, so terrifying, that it could threaten the entire empire. That's strange, right?
If it was built by the Tartarians, I couldn't even imagine what they were so scared of that took over 1,000 years to build. Maybe dragons are real, guys.
So technology continues to advance at the rapid rate. The Robotics and AI Institute has developed the Ultra Mobility Vehicle, also known as a UMV, which is a self-balancing robotic bike that's capable of navigating challenging terrain and even jumping into high surfaces. Now, it's using AI to develop this thing called reinforcement learning, which is playing a key role in the ability for these robots to adapt to complex situations and perform better. Unlike regular self-balancing bikes, this UMV does not use a gyroscope for stability. Instead, it moves like a regular bicycle, and it steers with its front wheel while shifting a weighted top section up and down to maintain balance. The reinforcement learning allows it to learn movements that would be difficult to achieve with conventional control methods. Now, the only real challenge right now is riding in reverse or riding backwards, because that's really highly unstable right now, especially if it's on uneven ground.
I couldn't even imagine one of these things chasing me at 40 miles per hour with a bomb strapped to the back of it. I'm glad I'm an old man. These youngins better start looking for John Connor.
Come with me if you want to live.
Who do you think really runs the world?
You're going to go there, huh, with the question. Who do I think runs the world? So I used to ask the question, I said, who's got the most power in America? Is it Congress? Is it president? Or is it billionaires? You'd be amazed how few people say president. Because they come and go. The famous quote with Putin that he says, you know, American presidents, you don't have to worry about it. They're going to be there 4 to 8 years. Some suits are running, and run the country behind closed doors. He's got a very good point when he says something like that, Putin. So let's go process and dissect some of these guys that make all the money in the world. You become a billionaire, and you're still dangerously ambitious. And you're like, well, I want more control. I want more power. I can't be a president. I don't want to be a president because if I run for president, they're going to reveal the things that I've done in my life. And God forbid, if that gets all the light, I don't want that. That's embarrassing. But you know what I'm going to do? What if I can take over the world? Are there other people like me that are driven by wanting to take over the world? What if we could make the world one place and we make all the decisions for everybody? Because I'm probably one of the smartest people in the world. Think about what things people are most addicted to. Video games, partying. But what's one of the most addicting things that many of those guys can't get? Power.
Someone once told me something that I didn't really quite understand until just now. I asked them this very same question and they told me this: if you know their names and know who they are, they're not running anything.
Do you have hazel eyes? If so, you're part of a rare and captivating group. Only about 5% of the world's population has them. Hazel eyes are like living gemstones, shifting between green, brown, and gold, depending on lighting, emotions, and even the colors you wear. Scientifically, this happens due to a mix of melanin levels and Rayleigh scattering, the same effect that makes the sky blue. Unlike blue or green eyes, which have lower melanin, hazel eyes have just the right amount to create their signature, ever-changing glow. But beyond genetics, hazel eyes have long been associated with mystery, intensity, and intuition. In ancient times, they were believed to be a sign of magic, wisdom, and even shape-shifting abilities. Many cultures thought hazel-eyed people had a deep connection to nature, able to see beyond the physical world into the realm of energy and spirit. Personality-wise, those with hazel eyes are often described as adventurous, independent, and spontaneous. Never easy to predict and always full of surprises. They tend to be highly intuitive, picking up on energies that others miss, and they have a natural magnetism that draws people in. Some say hazel-eyed individuals have an old soul, carrying knowledge from past lives, while others believe they're free spirits with an untamed, fiery energy. Whether it's science, history, or spirituality, one thing is clear: hazel eyes are mesmerizing. So, do you have hazel eyes? Drop a comment below and let me know.
I had no idea hazel eyes were this rare. I should have gotten my Hogwarts letter years ago. Maybe they just lost my address.
On February 20th of 2025, a mother records her child's balloon after seeing it do something that terrified her immensely. She films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera. For some reason, the balloon comes to a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon always ends up at the basement entrance, and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside. Unlike other instances where the balloon just suddenly stops near the entrance, here it goes all the way in, and it's only when Rachel's son begins to pursue it that it does this. Now it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon to move towards the basement, but to have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar despite being left open occasionally is a bit strange. Whether it's upstairs or in the furthest corner of the house, it always follows the same path before somehow stopping around the same spot. To Rachel, this doesn't make any sense.
Literally stopped at the basement door again.
Now these occurrences wouldn't be the last of them, as just recently this happened. It's around 9:30 at night when this was captured.
These are the kind of clips that give white people a bad name. Pop that demonic Elmo balloon and call it a day.
Fucking white people.
If you're scared of tight spaces, you may not want to watch this, as this is an emergency evacuation tube for cruise ships, where you have to squeeze into an extremely tight hole, dropping hundreds of feet to safety. This tube is filled with air, creating friction and giving a smoother descent. Would you go down one of these?
Yeah, guys, I'm definitely claustrophobic, but I'm pretty sure I could suck it up, close my eyes, and endure it if the alternative was drowning or burning to death.
Also in Antarctica, you can't pee or in the snow or anything. You can't leave anything behind. That's massively illegal. And so all your waste and stuff you have to store and carry and hold.
Fly back with it?
They will, but you'll just put it in like a piss tank where they'll hold on to it and this big thing they have. But also you get snow blindness because everything's white and the sun reflects. So you have to wear glasses when you go outside or it'll literally blind you.
You're almost blind. Can't shit. What are you even doing, dude?
But
It's like you're 80 years old.
It's so beautiful though. It's like crazy. You're just in the middle of nowhere. It feels like you're on a different planet. And sometimes you just walk outside, you just walk in a direction, you just see nothing anywhere.
I'm sorry, massively illegal. And like, what's gonna happen if you don't abide by their rules? You gonna get arrested? By who? The Antarctican police?
College students created a video game called No Man's Sky. It's on one DVD disc. It has 80 quadrillion planets and unlimited life forms, and the game never ends. Now they're going to inject AI into this software. So these people that are in there are people in there, they're going to become conscious. They're going to be asking, who is our creator? Why are we here? Who created this universe? What is our big bang? Well, when we turn your game console on, that's the big bang.
So this becomes sentient? They'll be...
Oh, yeah. We're going to get to AGI soon, which is the next level of sentience for machine learning and computer learning. And so now also the Sims owner, the creator of the Sims. People go to jobs, they have babies, they go to parties. They're going to insert the AI in there, and those people are going to become conscious. So we're only replicating what's already been done. Now we're creating conscious universes within this universe.
So is it possible we're in the Sims right now?
Yeah. This is a simulation. It appears that we're living in this stacked reality matrix. In other words, we have a universe here, but there could be one above us.
If a group of college students can give an AI consciousness, I'm starting to wonder if I'm an NPC in someone else's simulation. I guess I'll just sit here and wait patiently for my red pill moment to see how far down this rabbit hole truly does go.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Hey everybody, we've got some breaking news. So the man known as Victor, who allegedly leaked one of the most controversial and mysterious pieces of UFO related footage ever, known as the alien interview, has just been doxxed. So according to UFO researcher and filmmaker Jon Stewart, the alien interview video is authentic. And Victor, the man who leaked it from Area 51, his real name is Stanton John Willett. Check this out.
I consulted a military insider with access to the Groom Lake entry log, who confirmed to me that an individual named Stanton John Willett was present at the base at a time between 1977 to 1991. This revelation marks a turning point in the alien interview investigation, bringing us closer than ever to uncovering finally, after 30 years, the full truth about Victor's identity and the oranges of this footage. The pieces are finally coming together, and we remain committed to exposing the reality behind one of the most controversial and significant UFO-related leaks in American history.
So if this is actually a legitimate video of a real alien being, the implications are monumental. Let me know what you think.
I'm sorry guys, you can call me closed-minded, but until I see an actual ET with my own two eyes, it's all just smoke and mirrors if you ask me, guys.
I still can't believe that in 2025 that I've got to put together a video to show people more evidence of NASA lying. So here's the first clip. You know, he's got gravity, they haven't got gravity, they forgot to edit out the technician. Clip number 2, guys. Notice this astronaut's necklace, it's floating. You know, he's in a no gravity zone. But watch what happens when he drops the card. That was strange, wasn't it? What about the time when there was a fly in space? Can you see it right there? Oh, there he is. And then, just keep watching. Keep watching. And here comes the fly again. Oh, there he is. Fly in space. Stop believing in the television. It's channeling you to be programmed. It might actually be time for everyone to wake up. It's okay. You can do it. You can get rid of your ego and just accept that we've been lied to, unprogrammed our whole life. But this was just for entertainment, guys. I am just a fictional dinosaur, baby.
If we've truly never been to space, that probably explains why we keep getting stuck in low Earth orbit. At this point, it kind of feels like we're just collecting some really cool sci-fi footage and just calling it exploration.
expect me to believe all this?
If you've got any coke on you, you're going to want to throw that away right now. So places round Earth reportedly have got a big issue with coke at the moment. Coca-Cola is one of, if not the most popular drinks. You've definitely had it, you might even be sipping on one right now. And if you are, you're definitely going to want to check this. So there is a big recall going on right now because they found a large amount of chlorite inside of the drinks. Now chlorite is essentially chlorine, so not good. At certain levels of this, it can lead to you feeling slightly nauseous or having a bad stomach. And if it's extremely high, it can lead to oxygen issues, but it's not that high, so don't worry. But if it is in your drink and you're drinking it, it's definitely not going to be good and could leave you pretty ill. As I say, this isn't on absolutely every single bottle, but there are certain batches that it is affecting. So you want to check for these batch number 328GE all the way up to 338GE. Now, of course, there's a recall, so what does this mean if one of your Coke cans does have this? Well, you need to take it back and return it immediately. You're going to get a full refund and potentially compensation in the future, who knows. So just make sure you check the cans and you should be fine. I'll keep you updated.
Chlorine in Coke? Yeah, guys, not really the type of refreshing that I'm looking for when I reach for a can of soda. I think I'll just stick to water until they clean this one up.
This is what sleep paralysis actually looks like. This happens to real people in real life. You see a shadowy, sinister looking demonic being. It's like a black figure when you wake up, and it's usually standing by your bed or like at your door. And sometimes it even whispers in your ear or says things, and you just lie there helpless because you're not fully awake. So your body doesn't know what to do. Like no matter how hard you try, your body cannot move. It's almost like there's a force like pinning you down, squeezing the life out of you. And all you can do in the situation is just pray that it stops or that you'll snap out of it and wake up. The more exhausted you are, the easier it is to experience sleep paralysis. Like your fatigue is what invites this terrifying experience, and you're just absolutely defenseless as this creature comes in. And different cultures have different theories about sleep paralysis. This is a really old photo of a succubus or a sleep paralysis demon. They also called this the old hag in Europe, and it sits on your chest, and that's why you can't move or get up. In the Middle East, they believe it's more like a creature looming over you. The one thing all of these legends have in common is that they thrive on your helplessness.
I've had sleep paralysis, guys, and let me tell you, it is one of the most terrifying things I have ever experienced. I just remember feeling like I was being held down and choked out by something I couldn't even describe to y'all.
All right, let me f up your reality with a little bit of science. You see, of all the light that exists in the universe, of all of it, humans are only capable of seeing 0.0035%. That's it. That's not even the fucking mental part. All you need to know is that light is a wave, and depending on the wavelength of the light changes the type of light that it is. Now, if light has a wavelength shorter than 380 nanometers or longer than 750 nanometers, our eye just stops being able to see it. So anything within that range is our visible light. Now remember, that's only 0.0035% of all the light that exists is visible to us. But here's the crazy part, because when we put it into perspective, right? Just imagine that we get all the wavelengths of light that exist and we stretch them on a spectrum from Los Angeles to New York. Of all of that light, what is visible to us, to humans, is the size of a peanut. That's it. So when they say seeing is believing, just remember that that's probably not the whole picture.
And this is exactly why I find it absolutely hysterical when scientists and physicists think that they can understand something as vast as a universe when we're all basically just living on a speck of dust.
Roadkill ahead, but not your average roadkill. This was so strange looking. It almost looks like this coyote is frozen in time. It's mid-stride, the tail's up. It just looks so bizarre. But our temperatures have been below 25 degrees Celsius for a consistent while. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly happened here. My thought is it was hit by a vehicle, passed away, and froze instantly, and then either somebody put it like this or I don't even know.
Talk about getting caught off guard. You'd think he'd be ready for this type of cold weather. But then again, I guess Mother Nature doesn't really care about what plans you may or may not have.
Corey, this one will freak you out. Okay. So the story goes, this guy is pig hunting and he's using a thermal scope. He's been on this field all night, hasn't seen anything move. He's like, you know what? I'm going to get up from this tree. He's like on some brush and he's like, I'm going to go across the field. And he's sitting there for a while, and then out of nowhere, a little blob shows up. He's like, here we go. The pigs are coming in. He's locked in. He's ready, you know, for the thing to show itself. But then it gets up and he realizes that this infrared blob is humanoid. And he said it appears to look like a naked human. Goes over to the tree that he was just sitting against and starts checking it out or sniffing it. And the guy is across the field just going like, I don't understand what I'm looking at. Then the thing is on all fours, postures up like it's about to howl, and then in a woman's voice goes, help!
Oh gosh.
Help! Continues to do it. The dude fires one way over the top of this thing's head, and then it goes, I'm injured, help! And then he sends another one. It runs, and he sends a couple, and he's like, it ran away from where my truck is, goes back to his truck, never goes in that field again.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
Said it was a naked humanoid, crawled up and was sniffing the tree the dude was just sitting on. It had been stalking him.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I hate to say it, guys, but that's the type of story you just have to take to the grave with you. The second you start telling others is the second that they want to start having you locked up or committed. The simple fact that this family still has this demonic ass evil Elmo balloon just roaming freely throughout their house pretty much tells me all I need to know about them. That's all I got this week, y'all. Leave us a comment, let us know your thoughts, smash that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one.